Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to another edition of Race Guy Release Video Blog, also known as Fleet Admiral Crapping McCoffee. Thanks for tuning in. So, I got a couple updates for you. One is we're going to be talking about power solutions and other solutions to nuclear Armageddon and stuff. So, sorry if I paused for a second. It is the wind is just like sounds like a ghost outside this evening. Yeah. So, anyways, welcome everyone. So, anyways, one of the things I have been doing is I just had my dinner. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was not bad. So I sent some links for Christmas stuff. Oh, so Higgins is like, what game? Yeah, what game? Man, hold on. Okay, so what game? Okay, so sorry about that. So we're going to be talking about power suggestions this evening. What to do about power suggestions. Now, you can buy one of those little 10,000 milliamp batteries or 20,000. That's like size of my phone, and you plug it in. It's a power bank that charges your phone. But it may take 3 or 4 hours to take that power bank and then charge your phone with it. So unless you need to use your phone right away, it trickle charges. Yeah, it's what they call the trickle down effect. So anyways, I heard a lot of crap coming down the pipe. Hold on. There we go. So my neighbor's complaining again. So don't worry about that. So what the thing is you can go ahead. We're going to go over a few things tonight. So, for example, Higgins and I was talking about power banks, right? Now, there's a lot of stuff you got to ask yourself as a prepper, okay? Now, Christmas is around the corner, okay? A lot of people are seeing their Christmas thing on Amazon, and they're like, wah, 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 wah. You know, like, what do we do? What do we do, right? I say, who cares, all right? Now, I was just talking to Higgins the other day about power supplies. For example, you can get a basic Jackery 100 milliamp battery box for $129. It was $99 on sale, by the way. And what it is it'll charge your phones. So unless you really need communications where you got to really, really, really plug in your phone, you know, the Jackery's not bad, but it ain't great either. So, for example, it depends on how much battery you need, what you need it for. Now, Higgins is like, oh, you need to use the lamp, but like, you can basically buy LED lanterns, okay, and buy a box of you can buy like a 200 pack of batteries a year and have them on hand with a 10-year shelf life. Just keep rotating them out for cheaper than paying for a power source. If all you're going to do, like Higgins wants to do, is plug a light bulb in. Now, I wouldn't waste it on a light bulb, okay? For me, let me tell you what I would literally do. I would plan to use the Jackery for certain issues. For example, charging your phone, right? For example, you're like, oh yeah, somebody charge my phone. Yeah, so you can charge your phones this way. You can leave it go. You can charge many things. It just depends on how much entertainment you want either. I mean, you know, the thing is, you got to do what you got to do, you know. And to me, I think it is what it is. And so, yeah. Anywho, there's my neighbor. So, anywho, so my neighbor's just like, he's what he needs. Yeah, okay. So, basically, you know, Christmas is around. You know what? I restarted. So, I had that stupid Blue Mail still in. I hate when Blue Mail does that. They're like, hey, look, you got a notice. It's like, yes, okay. So, anyways, so as a prepper, you must basically prep. Okay, so you have to ask yourself. The first thing is for power is what are you gonna do? Okay, now for example, I'll tell you what I would keep on hand for appliances for prepping is I would buy the things that are necessary. For example, if I knew I needed to buy a set of radios for an emergency situation, I would go with GSRM, but GSRM is pretty bad unless you get a long range set that goes for over a mile in length. So, for example, you buy your set of radios and slap in some batteries and test them. What if it only goes half a mile? Then you basically are sitting there with a GSRM radio, and you're saying, "Well, I paid for." So, but it is good to keep a set of crappy radios on hand just in case. Okay, now if you want to go outside and walk the dog, a pair of Midlands ain't bad as a prepping tool, but I wouldn't recommend anything more because these will only get a quarter mile and they're pretty junky. You can get yourself a top of the line set of Midlands and they'll still be junky because you have too many things in between. More houses, the less connections you have. So, now, another thing I want to talk about for all of you because it's Christmas season is a lot of people say, what is your best course of action for a portable radio? Well, there's several things. One is I would buy a portable TV, and I would keep that portable TV on hand for Christmas time. They're always trying to sell toys and stuff, so you just go and do what you need, right? So basically I would go with the portable TV, and I would go with so basically what I would do is I would carry portable TV with an antenna. Now for me, of course, the antenna may hit Canada over US news, but at least you can try, right? Yeah. So another thing is for emergency preparedness, your best course of action would be what will you do for other issues? And to me, I'm thinking to myself, well, you can do many things, you can do not many things. Yeah, so basically the thing is you can basically go ahead and buy on eBay or Amazon a new TV, and what you do is you can use whatever you need, but the smaller it is, the better chances you'll have for your TV to survive the for prepping. So, for example, if you just need a basic TV, you can buy a basic TV, wrap it up, put it on your Christmas tree, and it'd be a great prepping tool. The radio, on the other hand, depends on how much radio you want to use. For example, if you just go get yourself a short band radio, you may be able to tune it to everything you like, like listening to news across the country. Personally, if I had to listen to news across the country, maybe more entertaining than our own news, just because. And that's one of the things I may be willing to invest in. Now, a lot of you guys have said, well, what about preppers food? Well, there's two reasons why you buy preppers food. Canned food is a must for meals. Like, for example, Chloe and I have gotten stacks and stack of cases of soup. Like, this ain't a deal right there. Unless is that 12 or is that 24? Anyways, so she's like, doesn't want anything to go higher than this, right? So let's just say Christmas is around the corner, right? And we only have 11 days to payday. Okay, that's 12. So basically, this is something that I was watching, but right now, this is something that I would not buy because the price is a little too much. So that's another thing as a prepper. So like this here, this is like sold out. So they're like, well, we're not selling this right now because it's sold out. So it could be discontinued. But as a prepper, you got to keep an eye on what you're looking to buy and then follow up with what it is. Now with me, I'm always interested in seeing everything and everything. So for example, sometimes I want to basically buy stuff and you get ready to buy it and it's like, whoops, can't buy it, sold out. So you just got to be careful what you're doing. So anyways, so another thing is if you know you're going to be in an area that's power prone and wind, then you may have a power outage. Another best course of action is always keep a light near you at all times and have a police scanner on hand for the news as well. So basically, there's always a limit to it. So, for example, portable TV may give you 4 hours, but for power supplies, the EcoFlow or the Jackery, but you got to ask how many times they're going to charge your TV up to in that time frame. If you're going to just charge a TV, then yeah. If you're not going to charge a TV, that's a different story. But the thing is, you got to also ask yourself certain issues like, which one do you need? How much power do you need, etc. Now, for me, of course, Higgins knows my main concern is charging my laptop, say my desktop. Actually, not desktop. My handheld computer, my Switch right there in the background, and charging that, doing everything I can, But at the same time, it is what it is. And by the way, I will tell you something. Someone has asked me about the Lenovo tablet. Would it be a great gift? Yeah, if you don't like the fact that you can't disable Higgins, if you're watching this, find me a way to disable the handwriting style part of the pen because, that's one thing that will not let me do. Every time I try using it, it turns itself on auto. There's got to be a way to do auto shut off permanently. So anyway, so as you look at all these things coming up for Christmas, you got to ask yourself, the main important things, like for a prepper like me, okay, the power box, I'm going to get another power box. Chloe's just like, we're going to get another power box. But another power box thing we're doing is, but not limited to, we're looking at a basic, Higgins will probably laugh at me for this, basic rice maker. Now, rice maker as a prepper will come in handy as long as you don't have a power outage. You can live on rice by using it. Now, we're talking about nuclear war too, okay? Now, for nuclear war, your power box may be useless. That's the thing. If you say there's a blast or an EMP pulse around the country, right? A big enough EMP that shut down everything. That means your battery items are gone too. So you have to look at that. Look. Anyways, so basically the proper thing you need to know about is what so the proper thing is what to look for. Like, for example, so currently I'm just checking, for example, we're in an area, right? And my father-in-law said send him a link just in case, right? So you always have to have a backup plan. So we're in this area. So it shows 0 people out of power currently, okay? So this is for the electrical grid coming from here. So we get all our electricity from, so anyways, So currently we have 0 outages, but so basically this is something you got to be prepped for and ready to go is what if power goes out. So your best course of action is, because it's dark, you basically prep for an emergency. Like, for example, power box, emergency canned foods all around. You can things that you can actually eat that's dry. I would keep emergency bags and nuts just in case. Um, Canned soups, where you can just pop the can open and eat it right out of that. Soup's already cooked. You just heat it up. But if you don't have a heat source, just eat it as is. The main thing is, for me, of course, I made sure that throughout the day I had food, hot bowls of soup, and then macaroni and cheese for dinner. Dishes are done. And I heard rumors that the airport is currently, and that's something you guys got to check on from time to time, is the airport down. So basically, yeah, so SeaTac Airport currently is, here you go. Current conditions for SeaTac Airport is, current delay status is 2.25. So, okay, so Wednesday and then Thursday it'll drop down. Oh no, Wednesday night, no, it'll drop down. Yeah, okay, so we're looking at rain, but let me see. Currently we're at 26 knots. Visibility is 10 miles. Okay. Current delays. Let's see here. View departures, view arrivals. So let's just see. Um, so it's basically telling us what planes are. Is any of these delayed? Arrival. Okay, so I got PDX or whatever. Okay, that's coming from Anchorage. Yeah. So apparently, yeah. So it's talking about all these are currently there is airport delays. So another weather prepared thing you need to check on. So apparently there's these smaller airplanes and they're like, yes, coming into what place? Departure time. So look at these. These are all in the orange are the stuff that's basically delayed on the eastern seaboard completely currently. So yeah, I mean literally. And these are arrivals. So yes. Let's see what happened this morning. So let's I just want to see. Um so it's saying what time it's supposed to be leaving, what time it comes in. Wow. And it shows which one's coming out of where. So this is all delayed due to the fact that this is just the evening's delays. They're these are really um yeah. Look at that. Isn't that interesting? Wow. Yeah, you can feel that right now, people. I mean, literally, this is what we're prepping for. Um, yeah. So basically, no, wow. So basically, yeah. Yeah, so you can feel the wind. It's just like basically, yeah. The building's freaking moving, by the way. So we're gonna check on the weather too, by the way, just to let you know. But this is why we have to be prepared tonight. So let's just see what is the gusts currently, because frankly, I mean, we are literally feeling a gust hitting the wind, and they say we're gonna get it. So currently right now, the hourly thing right now is saying 25. It's more than 25. Feel that? I mean, I can put my hand right here and I can literally feel and hear the wind blowing. I mean, literally, they're talking the hourly is going to be windy all the way, and it's going to get stronger until uh, it ain't going to go down till at least this this thing hits. This tropical or this Pacific site. Cyclonic bomb gets done, or bomb cyclone, because one of the things we're prepping for. So, but as long as we don't have any power outages, we should be fine. We have 15,000 people on this island, and currently everything is holding up. So, but anyways, like I said, as a prepper, you need to prep for these things. I mean, literally, that's why I keep telling you, always keep extra LED lanterns. I mean, you can sit there and say, "Oh, well, I don't need a LED lantern," then don't buy any. But then when you run out of power, then you got to wonder what happened. You know me, I ain't gonna worry. I'm gonna be like, well, it's not my problem, because you guys didn't want uh want it, so it's not my problem, right? So with me, of course, the problem is you always need to be prepared for stuff like this, and that's something I always like to talk about, because it is something that's pretty good. Yeah. So then when you get done with that, then you can sit there and you can use it for reading too. So, I mean, your main thing is are you prepped, ready to go? We are, but a lot of people say, oh, well, is there any uh, 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 a propane powered coffee pot? You can have a propane powered coffee pot. The problem with the propane powered coffee pot is what happens when you have a propane powered coffee pot and it literally, yeah, you have a CO2 detector going on. That's the thing. You have to basically buy things that will work in your home. You just don't open a window and be like, oh, yeah, I got my Coleman stove. That's why well, everyone, the light's starting to flicker, so that tells you what we need to know with the cyclone bomb. So I will keep you updated from time to time. So in the meantime, where it's going to get bad tonight, I guarantee it. And the roads and the airport's already shutting down. I mean, literally, this is why you don't ride on the water. And they say this will continue to go till Sunday. So the best course of action is your power bricks, your enough power bricks for charging your phones, your powering your tablets. You may not need some of those items, but it is just in case. Yeah, you can see how I'm turning at times. I mean, the wind, I can hear it clearly. It's just going straight through the window. And the window is blowing, so I better get prepared. So, anyways, you guys stay safe. Just remember, this is what we're prepping for. So yeah, in the meantime, please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestions. Hit the like, subscribe button. Hold fun for your family, including your dog, cats, bunny, service dog, service bunny. Thank you. God bless you and everything you do.